Every loss this season for the new Los Angeles Chargers. The owner of the restaurant, Victor Lopez, says he was a lifelong Chargers fan until the team moved. Now, well, he wants the team to go winless, and he's paying for every taco out of his own pocket.
Considering how they're drawing in LA so far, they may need to give away tacos to get people to the stands.
Oh, yeah, that could be a definitely thing to get them in there. All right, now here David and Cindy with a look at what's coming up at 6.
Did I hear free tacos somewhere?
Yeah, I did too.
Hamilton County Schools will soon get an image transformation, and Ottawa High School students are helping with the project. Plus,
to us, they're heroes because they are working so hard in such dangerous jobs.
A woman has a message for the men and women helping with Hurricane Irma victims. Learn how 5 linemen from the Tennessee Valley impacted a Floridian's life.
and later at 6, people from around the world can now call themselves Americans, including 45 here in the Tennessee Valley. You'll hear from some of the new citizens. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Storms could bring pea-sized hail to some of you. In fact, that could happen during the next hour. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. Tennessee Valley residents can expect wind gusts of up to 40 miles an hour. Meteorologist Brittany Beggs is filling in for Paul Barris and is tracking the system in the Storm Alert Center. Hey, Brittany.
Hi guys. So as far as the threat for anything strong or severe, right now it's actually west of I-75, well west of our viewing area. The line that moved through around 5 o'clock here in the Scenic City, that's moved east now of I-75, and it's weakening with time. So the 40-mile-per-hour wind gust threat, I think we can say that's done here, at least for the Scenic City. Meanwhile, there continues to be some moderate to heavy rain ongoing near Big Spring right now. Allen, you'll notice though, no lightning strikes with this. So this is weakening here with time. Rain has begun now in Etowah and also Bellevue Estates. I imagine here, because this is moving much slower now, east at 15 miles an hour, this is probably going to be producing about a ½ inch of rain. This includes the Riceville area, Charlestown, and also Cleveland. Coming up here in my next forecast, I'll have a track of this. Plus, we'll take a look at the radar estimated rain amounts, what we've picked up so far, and more information regarding Hurricane Maria. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brittany. Tennessee Valley residents are doing their part to help Hurricane Irma victims.
A Florida woman says if it weren't for 5 local linemen, she would still be without power 2 weeks after the storm. Channel 3's Caitlin Chastain spoke to the woman who calls these men our local heroes.
It's not every day we get emails to the newsroom from a family in another state thanking a group from East Tennessee. But that's exactly why Linda Davey reached out to Channel 3. She says Tennessee linemen helped her and her family during some of their hardest times.
Everything was dark and hot and there was no power.
9 days in the dark and heat. Linda Davey and her family had no power after Hurricane Irma tore through Fort Lauderdale. But that all changed when 5 important people showed up.
I ran out immediately. I greeted them. I was so happy.
Davey greeted a group of 5 linemen, a crew from NBSP Power in Cleveland. The crew went to Florida ahead of the storm and has been restoring power there since, working 16-hour days, and their job isn't done.
We had some bad transformers. We had to set a few poles, just anything it takes to get the power back on.
But they turned the lights back on for Linda Davey Monday night.
I just felt like these guys deserve some recognition.
During a phone call with the linemen, we told them about Davey, calling them local heroes.
It makes your heart warm. You know, that's more than what we'd ever expect.
A good feeling that's helping the linemen continue their jobs. They're still working to restore power, now in Homestead, Florida, and will be gone another few days. So Davey wants East Tennesseans to remember one thing.
I want the people of Chattanooga to know that they have some hometown heroes that are saving the day for people down here in Florida.
In Chattanooga, Caitlin Chastain, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Georgia residents who receive food stamps have more time to report food loss during Hurricane Irma. Here's a look at some of the damage in Georgia. SNAP recipients have until October 2nd to file forms requesting a replacement for food loss during power outages. The deadline allows residents an extra 10 days. Brittany will join us again later in our newscast to track the latest on Hurricane Maria.
The high-profile trial of truck driver Benjamin Brewer has been postponed again. Brewer is charged in connection to the 2015 I-75 crash in Ottawa that killed 6 people. The trial was scheduled to start yesterday, hinging on one piece of evidence, results from a blood test taken on the side of I-75. The blood samples were sent to the state lab and a federal lab and returned with 2 different results. The attorneys will meet again October 17th. We are learning the fire on Beach Street in Lookout Valley over the weekend is considered suspicious in nature. Chattanooga firefighters say Robert Dawson was home at the time and jumped out of his second-story window to escape. He injured both of his ankles in the fall, and one firefighter at the blaze was treated for minor burns. The damages are estimated at $35,000.
Dozens of people are now U.S. citizens. They took the oath of citizenship today.
From Argentina to Hungary, people from around the world now call themselves Americans. The naturalization ceremony was held in Red Bank High School. Channel 3's Tim Pham was there.
It's National Constitution Week, and about 30,000 people from around the country are expected to become U.S. citizens, including 45 people from the Tennessee Valley. With hands over hearts and tapping feet, the nerves of this day brings a lot of emotion for this audience.
Just finally having that done, and I know that, I get to fully participate in being an American.
For some, it's been a day 17 years in the making. Chantel Milne came to the United States after 9/11. More than a decade later, she still struggled gaining her citizenship in America.
They really changed a lot of the rules and made things a lot more strict for people trying to get their citizenship because they're trying to obviously protect the citizens of the country.
Renounce and abjure.
It's a similar story many people taking the oath of allegiance inside this high school gym share. 45 people from 24 different nations declared their promise to the United States. Obtaining U.S. citizenship is no easy task. Applicants have to be residents for at least 5 years, pass a civics test, a background check, and have a basic understanding of English.
Every day, like 1 hour, and because I need to learn that 100 question and answer, but I can do it. I did it.
Maria Kleisik and her family came to the United States from Mexico, hoping for a better future. Today, that hope became a reality.
Oh my God, very, very exciting. Yeah, and I'm happy.
The ceremony comes as the future of DACA is still in question.
It's just a touchy subject, it's become difficult for some people, but it might just take a little longer to get where we want to be, but I believe that it's doable. I believe that we can get there.
U.S. District Judge Harry Mattis told the crowd that being an American is not about a place, it's about an idea.
I believe that it's a great privilege, to be called a citizen of this country, and that's why I decided to do it.
The Eastern District of Tennessee usually holds about 2 naturalization ceremonies each month. The next one will be in October in Knoxville. Reporting in Red Bank, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And coming up next at 6, Ottawa High School students want to help change the perception of their school and the whole school district.
We believe that Hamilton County it's an underdog.
We'll tell you how they plan to give Hamilton County schools an image makeover next.
with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Hamilton County Schools will soon get an image makeover.
A local public relations firm has offered to spearhead the project at no charge, and Ooltewah High School students are pitching in their ideas as well. We have that story in our School Patrol report. Here's the pitch.
Our image for the new Hamilton County Department of Education is one that is progressive, community-focused, and of course educational.
Ooltewah High School's advanced marketing class is split up into teams, each of which has created a campaign to boost the image of Hamilton County schools.
We want positive stories, number one. We want student involvement, and we really need community involvement. That's really the goal here.
The students are pitching their ideas to professionals at the Johnson Group, a Chattanooga advertising firm. Company President Joe Johnson offered his staff services at no charge to help the schools rebound after several years of bad publicity.
If we want to continue to grow our business here, hire qualified people from Hamilton County and get them out of Hamilton County, it's worth our efforts to help the school system. What's a better cause than helping young people become educated?
The Ooltewah students are especially sensitive to image repair. Their own school is still rebounding after a controversial rape incident involving basketball players in 2015. As their school fights to regain its good name, they want to help the county as a whole.
We believe that Hamilton County it's an underdog. No one really looks at it, but that should change because we are amazing. We provide opportunities that you can't find anywhere else.
Both the students and the pros believe the school system could do a better job of celebrating its successes at a time in which each setback seems to dominate the headlines. By using creativity and imagination, they hope this effort prepares students for marketing careers and helps them turn around the image of Hamilton County schools.
We all have been here for 4 years, so we know what's been going on, and I really want to fix that. I really want to bring the light back to Hamilton County, and not only Hamilton County, but Ooltewah itself.
Great job, Ooltewah students. The Johnson Group is reviewing its own ideas as well as those from the Ooltewah marketing students, and you should be seeing the results of all this brainstorming in the weeks to come.
And still to come at 6, we congratulate David Carroll on his 30th anniversary here at Channel 3.
Wow, I remember that first day so well. I was 9 years old.
You were.
Yeah.
We took you anyway. We'll take a look back at Chattanooga radio, TV, broadcast career worth writing home about. And we'll let you know when the rain will let up, and if you need to carry an umbrella to work tomorrow. Brittany Beggs joins us also. It's been 30 years since a young, bearded newscaster joined the desk here at Channel 3, and while his style has changed, his compassion for our community has not. David Carroll is the unofficial historian of all Chattanooga radio and TV, and of course, Channel 3. But today it's his story we reflect on as we take a look back at his amazing career.
It's Rock With You, and we'll do exactly that next weekend on Big 95.3.
The voice, and later the face, so many grew up with. David Carroll has been on the airwaves for more than 4 decades. He signed on as the first DJ at KZ 106 in the 70s and later moved to television, joining Helen Hardin on the morning anchor desk at Channel 12. Then in 1987, David came to Channel 3 to anchor Live at 5:30. We've seen his passion for kids and our schools in his School Patrol reports. Longtime Tennessee Valley viewers will remember his marathon anchoring when he took the helm during the blizzard of '93, helping people who needed medicine and other life-saving care.
A registered nurse has a full bottle of insulin if someone will come and get it in the 4-wheel vehicle.
David is known for his compassionate reporting during times of grief. We all witnessed it in April of 2011 when tornadoes hit and people were missing.
Let's be honest, it's going to take them days.
On July 16th, 2015.
I'm seeing so many people, so many of you who are saying, pray for Chattanooga.
And a year later, when the Woodmore children were lost in a horrific bus crash.
And we've lost 6 babies today. And we hope the others are going to be okay.
David also has a way of lifting spirits. Who could forget our visit from Richard Simmons in 1998?
What should we do with these scripts today? You want to toss them? There they go. All right.
David loves to share the stories from the early radio and television days in Chattanooga and tweet about the Braves and the Mocs. But it's the time he spends in the community, speaking at churches, eating homemade desserts, and blogging about the special people he meets that make David one of a kind. And for that, we say thank you, David Carroll. Congratulations on 30 incredible years.
Thank you so much for doing that. It's very sweet, and I really appreciate that.
There was so much more we could share that we so appreciate sitting here with you. I so appreciate personally sitting here with you every day.
Well, as I often tell people, hey, look who I get to sit next to every day. And let me just say this about that. Channel 3, they're giving me credit for 30 years. Do you know I'm one of the new kids here? I mean, there's about 12 or 15 people, including Cindy and Paul Barris and Tom Toller and so many others, who've been here longer than I have. That gives you an idea of what a great company this is to work for. So I am thankful and blessed and really appreciative.
All right.
Great place to be.
We say thanks for coming back to work today so we could celebrate this.
Let's do another 30, but first we got to check in on the weather.
All right, let's check in with meteorologist Brittany Begg. She's in for Paul Barris today. Hey, Brittany.
Hi, good evening, guys. So we still have some rain on radar right now. No lightning here towards the, looks like Britsville area, Georgetown. And as far as any storms go, we still have some storms well west of our viewing area that I am going to be keeping an eye on. But I think we're done as far as anything strong. There's a little downpour that has developed southeast of Blue Ridge. It looks like tracking towards the Bunker Hill area. It's so small, I really can't put a track on it. But meanwhile, as I mentioned, to our west, there's more storms. This is warned, and it's capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds with this. This is moving southeastward. I think over time, this is going to continue to weaken. So there's hardly any wind shear in the atmosphere. That's wind shear. It is increasing in directional winds with height. There's hardly any of that, but there's a lot of instability. So that's what's still kind of getting these storms. They're still developing. After we get sunset, that's not going to be the case. We're going to lose that heating. We're going to lose that instability. And the rapid refresh model run, this is our highest resolution forecast model. It really shows this falling apart here by 8 o'clock. We still might have some very light isolated showers in our far eastern counties, but it looks like we're going to be quiet tonight. There will be some fog though, especially where we've seen an inch of rain. Here in the Scenic City, about 1/10 of an inch. Dunlap, you got up to an inch of rain today, and the temperatures certainly have dropped. We really cooled off. We were at 88 degrees just before 5 p.m. this evening, and we're now at 72. It's still rather warm from Murphy and Blue Ridge, where that rain, very light rain, has begun. And you can see from our sky cam right now from view at Mission Ridge, we are seeing some of that sun. So we might rebound here a few degrees. As far as our temperatures tonight, I've adjusted them once again. 75 degrees at 7 o'clock. And we'll have a partly cloudy sky clearing overnight tonight. And at around 1 o'clock in the morning, we'll be in the mid-60s. So I've adjusted our forecast lows just slightly, and because we're still going to have some very light winds tonight, probably going to have some fog. So check back in with David tomorrow morning. Your Wednesday planner, then tomorrow we still have more rain to tell you about. After sunrise, there's plenty of moisture left in the air. So after 7 a.m. we might have some showers develop. That includes Montego, Altamont area. That's where you have the better rain chance tomorrow during the day. Anytime after 7 a.m. Keep the umbrella handy. I'm not seeing anything organized, strong or severe tomorrow. In fact, forecast models are going drier heading into the end of the week. Now, we need to talk about Maria real quickly. Still about 175 miles well to the southeast of Puerto Rico, but the outer band starting to reach Puerto Rico now. As we head into Wednesday night and Thursday morning, the actual eye is going to be tracking north of the Dominican Republic and pull into the Bahamas. So a lot of information here, and we're going to be getting more information on Facebook, Twitter, and of course you can track it with us by downloading the WRCB weather app, but you can see the radii of that as well off the eastern peninsula there, so not going to be impacting Florida. So some good news with that. There's the 7-day forecast. Just keep the umbrella handy and keep the water bottle handy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow heat indices in the low 90s.
Just like August, except it's not.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thanks, Brittany. And Paul Shaheen is with us next with sports.
Looking forward to that.
Not a place that anybody wants to be in, a place that this is, not a place that anybody wants to be in, a place that really anybody's used to being in.
First-year UTC head football coach Tom Arthur's right. The Mocs haven't been here in a while. They're 0-3 for the first time since 2004. And if you're looking for a reason, it could be UTC's ground game that has sputtered at best. After 3 games, the Mocs are averaging 50 yards rushing a game. The low point came over the weekend. The Mocs totaled 6 yards rushing in a loss to Tennessee Martin.
The run game has really, has been an issue for us, and has caused us to, have to drop back and throw it more times than we'd like to. Not a great situation, to be in. So, certainly, need to continue to emphasize that aspect of the game. Running the ball more efficiently, more effectively. It's about, having a great run plan. It's about executing the plan. It really is that simple.
Hawks will try to revive their rushing attack at VMI in their SoCon opener this Saturday. It's worth noting both running backs have been dinged up a bit, but Tom Arth is hopeful Darrell Bridges and Ricardre Bagley will be at 100% by Saturday. Chattanooga defensive lineman Isaiah Mack said that UTC's O-line and running backs are just too talented for this to become the norm. We also spoke a little prep football with Isaiah Mack. Mack, of course, graduated Northwest Whitfield High School. His buddy and current UTC running back Darrell Bridges is a Ridgeland grad. Just so happens those two perennial powerhouses will play on Friday night. Have you said anything to Bridges about it?
We ain't really talked to each other about that because we still got some bad blood from a long time ago. But I think we both know what team's going to come out on top.
I also think it is safe to say we know which matchup Isaiah Mack is voting for in our Game of the Week poll. Do we have the options to show you? Northwest Whitfield and Ridgeland, or Red Bank and Hickson. Did you vote yet? You're running out of time. Voting ends at 10 p.m. David said he didn't vote. Is that you shaking your head?
I will.
He's going to right after the show ends. So should you. Voting ends at 10. We'll announce the winner at 11. Back to the college ranks now. The SEC released all of its 2018 football schedules. We've got them all listed online and inside our app. For now, let's dive quickly into Tennessee's 2018 slate. They'll get tested out of the gates with West Virginia in Charlotte, September 1st. Looking ahead, 4 games. It's a gauntlet of a brutal stretch for UT. Starting on the 22nd, Florida at home, then Georgia on the road, followed by a bye week. They go to Auburn after that and back home with Alabama. Again, the full schedule along with all of the SEC teams online and inside our app. Quickly, some off-season hockey news. The Nashville Predators have a new captain. The honor belongs to Roman Josi. Josi was the team's alternate captain. Last year, he replaces Mike Fisher, who announced his retirement 2 months ago. Mike Fisher, better known as Mr. Carrie Underwood.
And he doesn't mind that.
Not at all.
Thank you, Paul.
All right. Let's check in with Brittany right now, see what the evening out holds.
Yeah, I think we're going to be dry the remainder of the night here in Chattanooga. That rain is kind of pulling eastward, so just southeast of Blue Ridge, getting a little downpour. There is a warned storm well west of our viewing area. That's for Marshall County. I'm going to continue to keep an eye on that. I'll have any also new information regarding Maria coming up at 11 o'clock tonight.
Good deal. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
NBC News is next.
Water-damaged cars and trucks from hurricane-ravaged states could soon surface in Tennessee's used car market. Advice to help you avoid flood-related car scams at 11.
And I'll let you know if more showers and storms could move into your area tonight. I'll have more on that at 11.
Flood-damaged car scams after the hurricanes. How to avoid them.
An update on tonight's rain and when you'll need the umbrella again coming up at 11.